All right, welcome to our next chapter. Let's go get some customers. Okay, we've talked about some old school marketing concepts that are very helpful, but now we need some customers because we've got to generate some cash. Well, the very first topic we're going to be talking about is lead generation options. And so I'm going to give you a very generic list of different kinds of lead generation options, things like general advertising, bold walking. That means I know you're my customer and I'm going to go approach you. Internet searches, networking events, social media, email, referrals, speaking engagements, strategic partnerships. And the point is, some products and services might use a certain lead generation that works better, some for others. We have some stuff that works better in social media, some stuff that works better for strategic partnerships. You might use a whole variety. It's not all social media, so don't get hung up on that. So lots of ways for us to go start getting leads. Okay, and then we're going to talk about, well, how do we convert those? So you've all heard of this before. It's this idea of a marketing funnel, and I'm trying to continually, throw new leads in this with my emails and working them down into some kind of purchase, okay? From a cold market down to a warm market. So we need to move them. And if we're struggling here, if we're getting leads but they're not converting, it's one of three problems. Our product's not very good to begin with. We've got to go back and fix that. 2, it's the wrong target audience, right? We're blasting out messaging and it's getting lost in the noise. We're not focusing that marketing energy to the right people. And thirdly, it's my copy. I'm not being very clear in how I communicate about our brand. So let's talk about that marketing copy because that's the part we haven't covered yet. And it's learning how do we write copy, whether it's for your website, whether it's for a 1-minute elevator pitch, whether it's a brochure, whatever it is. We need to get much more clear in how we communicate with other people. Because the idea is, I'm not the hero. We all think we're the hero in this story. We're not. They're the hero. I'm just the guide. And quit talking about, we're so passionate, we're so awesome at this. No, they are. We're just a guide to help them along the way. So we're going to teach you how to shift your communication to talk about the problem that they're experiencing. Okay, these are the external challenges, the internal challenges you're experiencing. They're like, yeah, I'm your target audience, I hear that. And we're well positioned for that. We're an authority, we understand your plight, and here are our solutions. They take another step forward. Yeah, that's me. And by the way, here are some steps that you use to get involved with us. Okay, and they keep moving closer. And we're reminding them, hey, if we don't do anything, this is still the challenge you're going to be experiencing. And we can provide an outcome and a solution that solves these problems for you. And then a call to action. So we're using a very particular story script to change how we communicate with folks. We're not the hero, they're the hero, and we're a guide to help them along the way. Now we've got to go get those emails. So now that we understand copy, going back to all those lead generation strategies, internet searching, social media, email, referrals, whatever, we're now changing how we speak to those folks, and we're trying to get an email in exchange. Okay, here's a free lead magnet, or if I do a speaking engagement, a QR code so I can get emails from that. I'm trying to get emails and I'm dumping them into my my marketing bucket. So we're very clear about this. Emails is what we're after. Email is still a precious thing, and it's that one last communication piece where people are still willing to communicate. And if they unsubscribe, that's great. They're not our customer anyway. But those folks that stay in our email list, we want to build that campaign and continue to nurture them along. I don't talk a lot of depth about this because you're probably going to want to go out and buy a CRM system, content relationship management system, where you can tag things and build email campaigns. They're going to teach you their language and how they do it. It's a software platform. But the point is, I want to give you the fundamentals. If I know who my target audience is, and I'm continuing to speak to them in nurturing cycles, nurturing email campaigns, here's the challenge that you have. Here's some little tidbits of information. Here's something that's helpful. I'm continuing to satisfy that problem that they have. And then I throw in some sales campaigns where they're like, hey, here's a solution to that. Okay. So that email campaign for any industry, in my opinion, is so critical. And we're using all these different strategies to get them into our email list, and then we got to work it. We can use automated systems to keep them in the loop so they are comfortable with us, they can kick the tires, and the day will come where they're ready to make a purchase. All right, so let's get some customers. And remember, throughout this, anytime where there's an activity, go watch the demonstration so you can see how to use that for some samples and an actual fillable form. All right, let's go get to work.